Just a little bit ago, Richie asked me if I would share some thoughts in connection with our offering. A lot of you know that we don't actually pass the tray in Nebraska City, but we do have some baskets in the back for our contribution. And I'm usually not real good at just unseating my pants, but there have been several things that have happened over the last week, I think, that kind of really fits into thinking about the way that we've been blessed. A lot of you from Nebraska City are probably aware that our bank account was emptied electronically by who knows who. And so we were left with no money. And I was trying really hard not to complain. And then a bunch of other stuff happened. It's been some kind of week, and I found myself beginning to complain. Until I went back, what day was that? Tuesday, up to Omaha to pick up medication that got left at the hospital for my wife who just had surgery. And I saw a homeless man right over here. At least I assume he was homeless. He looked homeless. He was in a wheelchair. And he was smiling, sitting in his wheelchair by the side of the road and waving at people as they were going by. And that really got me to thinking. Tonight I'm going to go home and I'll sleep in my warm bed on my pillow. I don't know where he's sleeping tonight. And I'll sit down. We have food in the pantry, and I'll sit down at our table and we'll have dinner like we have every other night. Even though our money is gone, we still have the things that we need. And that really kind of put some perspective on what was going on in our life. And I was reminded of the passage in Philippians chapter 4 that says, "With thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God." And it dawned on me that everything that was happening, when it happened with our bank account, when it happened, having to go back to Omaha, that most of what was happening, I had forgotten to pray. And I had forgotten to do exactly what that verse said. I can make my requests known to God, but I need to do so with thanksgiving. And so this morning I was thinking of a passage that highlights some folks that had very little, and yet they gave above and beyond their ability. And I think part of the reason they had the strength, the emotional and the spiritual strength to be able to do that, was because of this heart of gratitude. And so I want to read this passage from 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6. It says, "Now this I say, he who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Each one must do just as he has purpose in his heart, not grudgingly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. And God is able to make all grace abound to you, so that always having all sufficiency in everything, you may have an abundance for every good deed. As it is written, he scattered abroad, he gave to the poor, his righteousness endures forever. Now he who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will supply and multiply your seed for sowing and increase the harvest of your righteousness. You will be enriched in everything for all liberality, which through us is producing thanksgiving to God." Let's go ahead and go to our Father in prayer.